Hello. Welcome. Happy Wednesday, Thursday. Welcome to ChakraTouch Live. Who's all here today? I see a Gary. Hey, buddy. How are you? Hello, 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 Sadie. Sadie, I don't recognize your name. Are you new to my lives? Welcome if you are. I'm excited for today's live. Oh, I love that. I like to go into lives and listen quietly too sometimes. Well, welcome to you. Where are you from, Sadie? Oh, I need to stretch. North of England. Very cool. Not quite to Scotland. Who else is here? Hello, say hello. You're in West Yorkshire. Very good. Hello, Jenny, my dear friend. Hello from Seattle. I'm in Rochester, New York, which is Western New York State. Let's see if I have my wheel ready. I think I do have the wheel ready. How's everybody today? Who else is here? Tell us who we have. Welcome if you're new. My name's Greg Phillips. I'm from Rochester, New York. Hello, Yvonne C. Good to see you as always. And here in my lives, we do lots of love and energy readings. They're very, very special. Sometimes they're like a shamanic journey. I will explain what they're all about in a few minutes as we let a few more people come in. How's everybody's day? What's going on? What are you feeling? How is your journey through this world and this life on the path to love? Please do tell. I love hearing from you guys. I've had a busy morning and I just had a lovely, relaxing meditation. It felt too short, but that's what happens some days. Hmm. Ah. Hey, Carolina. How are you? It's funny. I see the number of people going up, but the pictures are changing in and out. It's very weird. Oh, I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad you're good. That's great. What are those symbols on the end of your name? I see a clock that looks like either a moon or a dark chocolate chip cookie and a dancer. Oh, midnight dancer. Oh, that's amazing. That's cool. Gary, the Sunday session was mind-blowing. It was phenomenal. I was just so excited about that new format, and everybody seemed to really enjoy it. I mean, was anybody there? You dance late in the day almost every day. Yeah, I get it. Midnight dancer. Midnight night dancer. Yeah, Gary, thanks for asking. Were you not able to stay for the whole thing? I think you said you were driving. I can't remember. Anika! Hi, sister. How are you? I see your beautiful face there with Christian. Hello, my dear. Good to see you. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so my Sundays, for those who don't know, my Sundays have taken on a new format as of this last weekend. So I'm calling it Spirit and Soul Sundays. everybody who's participating gets to pick whether we go the route of a spirit walk journey or a soul reintegration journey. So the winner on Sunday this last week was a soul fragment reintegration, and it was really beautiful and powerful and very, very profound. A lot of people, like one person actually met their spirit guides. The spirit walk is this journey that I do using the ChakraTouch, using my gifts to guide people towards meeting their guides. We go into the heart and we go on a little journey and we meet our guides and we listen and we talk with them. And the soul fragment reintegration is fascinating because we go and we look for a little lost fragment of our soul and we just sit and be present with it and listen to it. And sometimes it reintegrates and sometimes it needs more time to reintegrate. So very, very beautiful. Always an honor to have you here, Anika, my dear sister. Yes, yes. Oh, you weren't able to catch most of it. I'm sorry to hear that, Gary. Hi, Melinda. Welcome. Good to see you. Who else is here who wants to say hi? Oh, I could use a massage. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, I could use a massage. Raise your hand if you want a massage. Yeah, seriously. I'm doing a lot of driving the last 24 hours, and it's a strong word, but I hate driving. Yeah, I'd much rather not drive. Your shoulders or earrings. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how you would hang shoulders on your earrings. That would be heavy. How else is everybody feeling today? How's your journey? What's going on? We're going to get started shortly here. I'm just being chill because I'm tired. It's good kind of tired though. Please, do share. Is anyone new? A wheat bag. Wow. That actually sounds like it would be nice, Sadie. Wow, I could really almost feel my shoulders. Yeah. Linda says I constantly have to remind myself shoulders back and down. You warm it in the, oh, one of those. Oh, that sounds so good, Sadie. Yeah. You know, I catch myself holding one shoulder higher than the other. I've just become conscious of this over the years. And for a while, that caused a lot of problems in my right arm. But now I'll catch myself doing it, like even when I'm sitting at my desk or sitting eating or something like that. And I'll just like go, oh, okay, just relax that. Lower that baby. There we go. Thank you, Melinda. I do too. Really loving this infinity symbol. It was the only one I found that really sort of got the right vibe. So about, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I had this aha about the full nature of the infinity symbol and of infinity itself. And it had a lot to do with how the energy is constantly flowing and moving in unison throughout the infinity loop. And it just blew my mind. I realized, I don't know, it just felt like I was accessing something bigger than myself. I've been having a lot of little ahas like that lately, especially the more lives I do with you guys. You guys are really so special to me. It's so nice to share these times with you guys. It means a lot to me. So thank you. I'm doing what right now, Gary? I'm doing it right now. My shoulder? Yeah, I consciously have to lower it. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Gary. You know what I realize about the infinity symbol? So whenever I've seen it over the years, like if I see it on somebody's necklace, I always have seen it as like a solid symbol, like one whole solid symbol, right? And I've often thought of it the same way we think of a figure eight. Well, with a figure eight, the lines cross each other, right? They intersect and cross. But in the infinity loop, they overlap. So it's like the energy that moves through infinity never crosses itself, and it is always moving and always looping. And not only that, but it's moving in unison. So as a segment is moving here, the rest of the energy in the entire loop is unified. It's like a unified continuum, and it keeps moving. And when we let our mind run the show, we're looking at one tiny little segment of infinity, one tiny little clip there of infinity, and we're assuming that's reality, and we're missing the whole big picture of how the energy is unified and a continuous flow. Isn't that wild? I love that. What's Anika saying? Yes, I have to remind myself too. So when I stop to pause and consciously breathe, awesome. I stop to bring my shoulders down as well, but I'm in a mosh pit of many feelings and lots of humanness. So staying mindful because then the body keeps, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Anika, I love how open and vulnerable you are with your feelings and your being humanness. The body keeps score. Oh, okay. The body knows a lot. It definitely does. Anyone else new want to say hi? Raise your hand. Tell us where you're from. We're going to get started in just a few more minutes. Exactly, Anika, when we share our experience, right, with which hopefully with some strength and hope, and sometimes not even with strength, but just with perspective, right? We reach each other's hearts. Hi. Is that, how do I say that? Michaela or Michela? Is it a k sound? Michaela? Melinda says, when you were talking about the infinity symbol aha moment last time, I was outside and couldn't actually see my phone. I've never been able to visualize. So when you just now showed it, I really got what you're saying. Ah, that's cool, Melinda. Yes, Michaela. Okay, thank you. I love getting pronunciations correct. Welcome, Michaela. It's nice to have you here if you're new. Hi, Kayla. Good morning. The mountains there are beautiful today. I wish I could see them. I love mountains. Yeah, Melinda, isn't it cool? It kind of like makes your mind like sparks a little, right? And kind of your mind sort of starts to go boop, 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 and opens to whole new ideas. Love that. I guess it's one of my gifts, and one of my favorite things to do is share my unique and weird perspectives. I know what an infinity symbol is, of course, Melinda said, but I meant the way you were talking about the overlap. Yeah, the overlap was a whole new insight, but then also that infinity itself is one continuum, one unified flow of energy that has no end and no beginning. Yeah. I like to say weird because I believe that I think differently than a lot of people. And yet, not a lot of people because we're all here together. Yeah, yeah, you get it, Melinda. I know you do. Absolutely. I mean, and there's probably other words to use to describe that, right? So it's like I'm not really attached to it being right. And sometimes, I have an aha and it is difficult to put words to it because it's such a vast or profound sense and feeling that words just sort of pale in comparison to the feeling. So yeah, embrace being weird, unique. I like being unique and different. Hey, Monica. Nice to see you, dear. Welcome today. Cool. Well, we've got enough people to get going. So hi, if you're new, my name's Greg Phillips. I'm an intuitive healer and spiritual energy guide and a channel. I'm here in Rochester, New York, and here in my lives on Wednesday, we do energy readings, but they're quite often end up being soul journeys of sorts. So my particular gift is something I call ChakraTouch. I have the ability to tap into people's chakras, and I open myself up to love as a channel, and I just love up their chakras. And what happens is I'm not really sending or giving any energy. I'm not taking anything away. I'm not trying to do anything except witness and observe. And their energy begins to show me the quality of its movement. It begins to show me shapes and sounds, images, and then together, I guide the person towards whatever resolution the energy needs in the moment. So my readings don't do anything predictive. I can't answer anything like what should I do in the future kind of stuff, but I work very much with the energy in the moment. And we do things special here. I take everybody's name who wants to have a reading or go on a journey, and we put it in a spin the wheel app. So everybody gets an equal chance, and the universe is the one who decides who gets called on. So that's how we do things here. It's very loving. I talk a lot about love, allowance, and presence. And I'm so happy you're all here today. This is just a joy for me to share this with you and to share time with all of you. So let's see what you're saying. Michaela says, I just finished a past life regression and throat chakra came up a lot. The fear of humiliation when we speak the truth. So thanks. Wow, that's profound, Michaela. I love that for you. Monica wants to be on the list. All right, I guess we're starting list. I'm gonna ask you to guys go a little slow today because I'm trying to do something different. I'm actually typing the names in the app. Normally I write them on a paper and associate numbers, but I realize if I just do names, it will cut out some overhead for me. Sadie, Carolina, who else? Yes, Ren. Welcome to you. Ren, what a cool name. My dear friend Jenny. Alyssa, how are you today? Kayla, Dawn. Alrighty, Michaela. Who else? Tammy, Lady Sunshine, how are you? Yeah, the throat chakra is really powerful stuff. It's quite, it seems common that it gets blocked a lot. Jolene. Jolene, I don't recognize your name. Are you new to us here today? You're welcome, Ren. Melinda, are you saying yes, please, to being on the list? You're smiling in Chicago. I love it, Tammy. That's great. Yeah, Gary. It's okay. You want to be on the list if you get called? Yep. Alrighty. I've got Monica, Sadie, Carolina, Ren, Gemini Jenny, Alyssa, Kayla, Dawn, Michaela. Whoa, those two sound alike. Tammy, Lady Sunshine, Jolene, Melinda, and Gary. Yes, Jolene is new. Welcome. So glad to have you here. Hope you enjoy it. Hi, Julia. Are you wanting to be on the list too? Is that why you're saying your name in chat? Julia. Julia with a double smile. Double smiley face. All right, my friends, there we go. Yeah, it's great to have new people and old people and young people and whatever. We're all here together in the same heart space, and that's what I love. Okie dokie, we have quite the list. So now you guys get to do something that I think is a fun exercise. We are going to practice a little bit of intuitive listening. Yeah, thanks, Anika. I love you, and I love this. Oh, I'm not quite ready to share my latest aha, but it has to do with love as currency. And it came to me last Friday and Saturday. And my God, if I don't feel completely different in terms of how I'm seeing things, I can't get into it now. Maybe it'll come out in today or maybe another session. Anywho, we've got our list. So, This little app lets me either shuffle the names or sort the names. So they start sorted by default. So we're going to do a little intuitive exercise, a little game for you guys to practice listening to your intuition. So just settle into your body. Close your eyes. And we'll start with a gentle ChakraTouch hand placement. So take your left hand, place it right there on the beautiful center of your chest, right on your heart chakra. And then take your right hand and place it over it. And just relax your breath, relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Feel into your feet on the floor. Or perhaps you're lying down and you can feel the other body parts touching the furniture that you're resting on. And as your breath and your body settle in, we'll just say a quick little invocation to the divine. Dear Spirit, Universe, Source, God, fill our hearts with your divine love so that we may increase our capacity to feel all of our emotions, as well as our ability to love ourselves and others and life itself. And please, dear Source, Universe, Spirit, open our minds to your divine wisdom and infuse us with the power of intuition and the ability to see that which cannot be seen. And lastly, dear God, please bolster our strength with your divine courage, that we may be able to face any and all challenges, be they scary or exciting, with courage, with faith, and with strength. And my friends, peer deep into your heart space with your mind's eye and turn your mind's ear and just begin to listen. Listen for the single word. It'll either be shuffle or sort. And when it comes up, if it comes up strongly and you can really hear it, put your word into the chat. If you don't hear anything, it doesn't mean your intuition isn't broken. It just means your intuition means you're open to either one. And you can participate in sharing the word, whether you're on the list or not. Everybody is here together. 2 shuffles in a sort. 3 shuffles, 4 shuffles. Yeah, the words are shuffle or sort. There you go. Ooh, shuffle's in the lead. Oh, wait, I already had that 6, 7. There we go. I think you meant sort, Michaela, but that's good. Julia is not an option, but we do love Julia. Thought you'd like that. Okay, shuffle wins. We're hitting the shuffle and we're clicking the wheel, my friends. We'll see who the universe calls on first. This is my first time typing the names in. This will be fun. Dawn, you're the first one for a reading / ChakraTouch journey today. Are you here, dear Dawn? You still here? Yay, Dawn. Monica, I use a website called wheelofnames.com. Easy. Dawn, so I can't remember if you're new. Yeah, no problem, Monica. I'm torn between heart and sacral. Can you choose for me? Do you mean the chakras? I can't choose I can't choose a lot for you, but I can listen in. Torn between heart and sacral. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I thought. I'm just being silly. For the new people, Greg's a goofball. Get used to it fast. I like having fun. Yeah, I like having fun and keeping it lighthearted as much as we can. And we also go deep here too. All right, Dawn. Are you seated, my friend? Are you seated? Hopefully flat, feet flat on the floor if you are seated. Heart and sacral. Let's see what we got going on. Well, you got energy patterns in both areas, my friend. So, Dawn, I want you to close your eyes and just do a little bit more intuitive listening, my friend. Just do a little bit more intuitive listening and imagine that your chakras are holding up their hands, okay, as though they're being called on in a class. And you've got your sacral, it's holding up its hand, and your heart chakra's holding up its hand. Which one seems to be really requiring, which one seems to be standing out as requiring the most attention? Sacral. There you go. You did that great. That was fast. All right, my dear. So take your left hand for me. I want you to place your thumb right on your belly button and have the other four fingers be below the belly button, okay? And then place your right hand on top of that. This is what I call the belly center. It's just kind of a central place that helps us tap into all three lower chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And so just make sure your hands are soft and tender and your arms are relaxed in a comfortable, gentle position. So what I first saw down there, ever see the videos or the pictures of the kids playing around a fire hydrant where they've popped off one of the caps and the water is just spraying out of the hydrant? That is the quality of energy that I'm seeing down there. It is quite powerful, and it is what's the word? A deluge, okay? So, which is fascinating because the second chakra, the sacral chakra, water is the element associated with it. So it seems to be, well, I don't know why this word is coming up, but it seems to be gushing. So you've got a powerful gushing energy going on in your sacral, which to me seems like a wonderful thing. Is there more information you're wanting to tell me? What have you been experiencing lately regarding pleasure, sexuality, sensuality, life force? Like, have you been having what's been going on along those variables for you lately? Excuse me. I drank wrong. Just more of a searching spiritual journey, Don says. Well, the feeling I'm getting, Don, from your sacral is that your life force is in full engagement and the juices and the energy is flowing. So I don't see or feel, I don't see or feel anything but this beautiful flow, like this connection to your very own life force. So the question is then, The heart has also a very flowing quality to it. I've seen this before. It's really sweet and quite beautiful. There, it has sort of like a very gentle swirling wind quality. Yeah, thirsty for more spiritual connection. I hear you. Raise your hand if you're thirsty for more spiritual connection. I tell you, you just summed it up probably for me and a bunch of other people, Don. Hmm. So yeah, your heart has a beautiful, flowing, very wispy sort of gentle and light. It's very airy, which is fascinating as well because the heart chakra is associated with the air element. I'm gonna check your solar plexus, my friend, because I'm just feeling drawn to it. There is a come on, words. Don, I'm just getting a feeling in your solar plexus that there's and just the word that keeps coming is a cap. So like from the expression put a cap on it. So let me see if there's any. It's it's not harmful, but I feel like it might be holding some of the flow back or suppressing in some way. Okay. So my guides are saying like they just keep repeating the word believe. Just believe. Like they're chanting it like a mantra, like believe, 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 believe. I don't know if that does that resonate? What's going on for you when you hear that? I mean, those are my guides saying it. So right now that's just the message that's coming through, but that there's yeah, more faith. I love that, Don. So the sort of to tie this all together, I kind of feel like your sacral and your heart are in just absolute, really pure places, right? But that your solar plexus, which is usually associated with um confidence, self-confidence, personal power, a lot to do with belief, right? And it's also the place of strength and courage, right? So there is a bit of a block to the flow. Like there's so much life force coming from sacral, and the heart is in such a wonderful, receptive, open place right now that I really think that the solar plexus is the spot where if anything, and like I said, I don't feel nothing horrible, nothing really, really bad going on here. Just a little bit of a cap, okay, my guides are saying self-doubt. Yeah, the religious yeah, less doubt. There you go. I didn't even see that before I said that. Also didn't mean to send broken hearts. That's okay. Yeah, you're saying your religious upbringing may be the cap. Yeah, so I'm just really feeling the self-doubt, Don. Um yeah. So and I'm getting they're giving me an interesting image, okay? So they're giving me this yeah, lots of self-doubt. So they're giving me this image and I don't quite understand it yet. So I'll just start explaining it and hopefully it'll make sense. So they're giving me this image of like you here, like really beginning to sense your own power, right? But that there's a but that the self-doubt is causing like a ceiling sort of, and it's in between you and whatever you consider the divine, right? And these placements don't necessarily mean anything. This is just the image that I got, right? And so the there's a disconnect. And I think that just it sounds like, yes, okay. My guides are saying you're going through kind of a transformation and a redefinition of what is the divine for you. Does that make any sense? Yeah. Okay. Relating to this religious background. Yeah. So you're going through this transformation, and this isn't, by no means is this a bad thing. Like, I don't like to dwell in right, wrong, good, bad, because those are just dualities, which don't really exist on the path of love, right? They're just, love just is, right? But it's easy for us to disconnect from the divine, right? And so right now, I feel like you're being called to, you're having the doubt in self, and you're being called to have the faith in the divine, all right? To have the belief in the divine, but you're also going through this really powerful and beautiful process of transformation and sort of redefinition of what the divine means to you, right? While you're going through that transformation and that transition of definition, know that the definition, that the belief in the divine is not dependent on the definition. That's the big message. That the belief and the trust and the faith in the divine is not dependent on you getting that definition nailed down. The mind is going to want the definition nailed down, because the mind, as we were talking about earlier, the mind can only grasp a small portion of infinity, right? But the heart, if we let our heart be the teacher and the leader of our lives and the master, the heart knows and can feel the entirety of the infinity loop, okay? And the entirety of love. The mind can only see one little thing. And this, my friends, this is why we have a relationship, or we have an interaction with somebody, or we have a skill, or we have an activity that we dearly love, right? Or whatever, particularly relationships with human beings, right? But we'll latch onto that person. Our mind will latch onto that one person in the infinity of our entire experience. And I don't just mean life experience. All right, this is coming through big pen right now. I don't just mean life experience when I talk infinity. When I talk this loop, I'm talking about all of your experience. I believe in reincarnation. So this whole loop is covering your entire experience, past, present, future, past lives, future lives, other dimensional lives, whatever, right? And our poor little mind, it's super powerful in the moment, but it can only see this one little diamond right there, that one little diamond. And if that one little diamond has any breaks or rough edges or whatever, aka a difficult encounter with another person, or we fall in love with somebody and we assume that all the love we're feeling is connected to that person. It's not, it's ours, it's our feeling, right? Then the mind latches onto that, and that's when our suffering starts. But the heart is like, look at all of these beautiful diamonds, look at how that energy flows across all of time and space, right? So it's much more vast. So that belief and that faith in the divine, Don, is not dependent on the definition. You're still going this path to get the definition, and it could be quite loose for a while. Who knows? We'll see how it unfolds in the coming days and weeks. But that the faith in whatever it is and that belief in it, right? That is your saving grace. That is what's going to unclear the cap or the block in your solar plexus. That's going to bring you that sense of power and some more divine courage, divine strength, divine power, divine confidence, right? And then that beautiful bursting hydrate in your sacral is going to be able to flow up into the rest, which the higher chakras are much more about the 5D. The bottom three chakras are much more about the 3D, the physical experience. How does that feel? How is that for you, Don? Oh, good, Anika. I love that. I love how one person's reading can speak to many others. It just shows that we share so many universal truths. Yeah. All right. Don says, yes, this is spot on. Thank you so much. You're welcome, my dear. I'm so glad. Thank you for your vulnerability and willingness to go on a little journey today. We didn't really go anywhere, but we did look at some really cool stuff for you. All right, let's see who's next. I am parched today. All right, spinny, spin, spin. I need to open my door a little. Excuse me as I scroll back through into the infinity. I'm gonna reach into the loop here and open my door. I just touched infinity, guys. I just touched infinity. Gary, are you still here, Gary? Touched infinity. Isn't that a cool perspective? I've never done this before, like reached backwards while I'm here and then like, oh, that's so funny. Interesting looking. Gary might have stepped away. Gary, when you come back, you're next. Okay. But meanwhile, we'll spin on. We'll check for Gary again. Gary, buddy. Yeah, I think he stepped away. All right, we'll spin again. I could put my papers away. I could put my pen and my pad away finally because I'm typing names into the wheel. I love this. I don't see his bubble. Okay, thanks, Sanika. You're so good at seeing everybody. I can't keep up with it sometimes. Looks like we've had a few new people join. Jolene, are you here? Still? Jolene. Hi, Sheila. It's good to see you. Welcome today. Jolene, calling Jolene. Calling Jolene. There you are. Throat chakra feels blocked. This is such a good mic. When I get really close, I can do like funny radio voices, but then you see the top of my head. Hello, Mira. Nice to see you. Jolene, I'm really silly today. That's so fun. Jolene, throat chakra feels blocked. Okay. Let's see what we got there, my friend. Well, not only is blocked, it's got something pounding on it from the inside. So there's so Jolene, when I picture throat chakras typically, and when I tap into those, I usually kind of see like the expressive part coming out the front of a chakra, right? And then every time I look at anybody's chakras, there's always like a floor, and that's kind of like the stage, if you will. This sets the stage. And so here at the front of your throat is literally this block. It is a black block. It is very dense black block of energy. But behind it, and what I'm seeing is either a fist or a mallet. So a mallet is a hammer that usually has more of a thicker head, a round, thicker head. Sometimes it's rubbery, but it's usually unified. It's not like the hammer tools where the front head is like a small ball and then the ratchety part, but more like a mallet is just a full cylindrical head, right? So I'm feeling like the block is there and there is something else behind it pounding on the block, just like this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so and check elsewhere, see what's going on. Nothing immediately there. Heart feels a little heavy, but I'm not getting any images. So we'll stay with the throat. So when I see this kind of energy, Jolene, I'm usually associating it with something that you're not saying. Is there something been wanting, either a thought or a feeling you've been wanting to express, or a boundary? Or is there Okay, I'm getting more information. There's a kind of communication, they're not clarifying it, but there's a kind of communication that you really wanting to share, but you don't believe, or you feel restricted in sharing it. You feel all over the place. Okay. Well, let me just check your heart then again, because the heart did feel pretty heavy, Jolene. Do you want to share more? What's going on with you? Tell us a little bit more. Fill in some of the details, my friend. It might actually um, help you feel better and help clarify. Mhm. Heart has a very, very heavy energy, but it also feels really closed off and like sealed away, kind of like a protective, I need to seal my heart away. Hi, Christina. Nice to have you here. Jolene says, being the eldest, I need to be there for, I'm assuming you're saying everyone. Yeah. Hmm. So your choice of words is interesting, my friend. Do you, has anyone told you you need to be there for everyone? First off, has anyone ever clearly stated, Jolene, you need to be there for everybody? Mom, dad, sibling, anybody in the family? Took on the role when I was very small. Mom leaned on me. Okay. Mhm. So, Jolene, the big, big message that's coming through right now is that you have, this is a very specific phrase. Yeah, to run the, leaned on you to run the household. I got that. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. So the intuitive that I'm getting is a very specific phrase, quartered off. Do you know what I mean by that? I'm going to type it in. Quartered off. Yeah, continued doing that, and now okay. So the message I'm getting is that you've quartered off these deepest. Okay, that's unclear. So what happens is, can somebody look that up and throw us a definition in chat, please? Um, in the feeling that I'm getting, quartered off is kind of when you think of a whole space, right? And then you're sort of allotting a certain section of it. You're quartering it off, okay? And you're reserving that for later, right? And so what I'm getting is I'm getting the feel that you've quartered off the most sensitive, the deepest, the most soulful, and the most expressive parts of yourself. So in the throat chakra, that's coming through as a huge block in the front. If you think about it from the side, it's a huge black block at the front, and behind it is this mallet, a very small mallet, trying to break through this massive block. And then in your heart, I feel like your most tender qualities of the heart have been sort of quartered off into a section of your heart space that is unreachable, where you can't get hurt. So see how that sits and how that's feeling as you hear that. Okay, it's making sense. Cool. So there's a lot going on here to unpack, Jolene. And I'm inclined to want to check every chakra. I can't do that now on the live, but we can take a piece. To cordon off or quarter off, okay, is to block an area. Cordon off. Maybe I said it wrong. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you, Don. Block to block an area, usually with a rope, so that people are kept from going there. Yes, exactly. After a falling tree crashes through the front window of a cafe, police might cordon off the entrance until repairs are made. When you cordon something off, you restrict access to it. Exactly. Beautiful. Thank you, Dawn. My lovely assistant, Dawn. Yes. Do you understand that now, Jolene? You have cordoned off this area. You've restricted access. But here's the thing. This is what I'm wanting you to understand. So, okay, a lot's coming through. Okay. All right, I hear you. Give me a minute here. Sometimes all of this comes through and I don't have words and I just have feelings and the visuals. So I'm going to try and explain it as best I can. Okay, Jolene. All right, good. It resonates so much. So stay with me on this explanation if you can, Jolene, because there's a lot coming through right now. So when you were younger, you had to cordon off these parts of yourself and restrict access to them in order to protect them so that your mom, the other siblings, the rest of the family, anybody else couldn't hurt you so that you could show up, right? But you're having the, well, not but, okay, so that you could show up. So okay, so the messages that are coming through are how many multifaceted. Okay, so the first facet is back at that time. It's so important that today, right here, right now, on March 13th, or if you're in the future, March 14th, that right today, middle of March 2024, it's so important to recognize, to look back at that decision, which was somewhere along this infinity loop, right? To look back at that decision at that time and realize that you made this decision. There's no good, bad, right, wrong. There's no judgment, no story around it. You made a decision, and in your own words, you stated it. I took on the role. I took on the role. I took on the role. Okay. In order to take on that role, you also then decided to cordon off these parts of who you really are. So here's the best part of this message, and this is what's most beautiful and most powerful about this. This is now coming to light for you, my friend. This is coming to the surface. That's why you feel all over the place. Nothing wrong is happening. You are at a crossroads. You are at a threshold in which you can make new decisions. You've always been able to make new decisions about this. Okay. But it's time to make the decision, or maybe it's not time, but you're either in, at, or approaching a time to make a new decision around this. And you're feeling so much because these parts of you, that mallet that's trying to get through, the heart that's been cordoned off and protected from all the pain and suffering and other people accessing it, they want to come out. These are who you really are. These parts that you've cordoned off are who you really are. Your role as caretaker, your role as a person that everybody else leans on, that's just something you took on. It's not who you really are. Okay. And so you're in the, well, yes, but not just let go of that, but I'm trying to show you that you, like, yes, we need to when we let go of things, we do create a space. Like when we surrender, we're opening a space for the new to come. But what I'm trying to convey is this sense that you're in the new. Like this is what I'm feeling right now. This isn't just your heart that's been boxed up going, "Oh, hi." This is your heart going, "I want to shine. I want to shine. I want to shine," right? So, okay, what else are they saying? Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, the other big piece of this, Jolene, is you have everything you need already. Okay. So the beauty of this decision, and this would be something like I would invite you to do private with me because we can unpack this on every single chakra. We could take a look. This is completely up to you. Hi, Saman. Good to see you. Totally up to you, but I feel like every single chakra, without looking at them all, I think that something's going on here. And there's this beautiful treasure. Oh my God. There's a beautiful treasure that you have tucked away that is just waiting for you, and you have everything you need, Jolene. It's very, very often when I do soul reintegration stuff, which is I kind of feel like you're at the tipping point of doing some soul reintegration stuff. When I do it, I'm always talking about how there's these beautiful little fragments of our soul that we've tucked away for safekeeping. And at the moment that we tucked it away back then or whenever, right? We did so maybe out of self-preservation. We maybe did it because we were really hurting. Maybe we did it because, like in your case, you took on a role and you needed to just sort of compartmentalize everything in order to do that role. And we don't look back with any judgment or any story on it. But what's beautiful is that on a big like infinity loop love path, really higher consciousness perspective, we can look at that little soul fragment and realize that we tucked it away for safekeeping for later when we were growing spiritually enough that we were ready to meet that part again and to meet it with love, right? Instead of meeting it with judgment and story or shying away or resisting it. So that's where you are, my friend. You're really at this beautiful place. I know it probably hurts. It's probably confusing, but you have everything you need. You can write me directly through Insight Timer if you want, or go onto my profile. And then on the far right, there's the About tab. It depends on the width of your mobile device. Mine doesn't show up all the way. But yeah, you can reach out to me through any of my links there in the About tab. I have a link to my socials and my booking calendar and everything. But yeah, I feel really excited for you, but I also feel like I can feel how this would feel challenging. So I'm really hope that this helps. But again, the big message is you have everything you need available to you to make this transition, Jolene. It's just it's just been tucked away. Hi, Saman. Don't apologize for joining late. Yes, I'd be happy to add you to the list. Jolene, how is that falling on for you? Okay. Tell me a little bit more. Do you have any questions? Need any clarification? Do you want to celebrate? Are we going to do a dance for these new insights? I'm doing a dance for you inside. So if you can't dance today over the whole thing, that is totally fine. But I'm doing a dance for you because you are on this powerful, amazing threshold. And I love, love, love seeing. Okay, you are dancing. Very cool. Are you complete, my friend? For now, obviously. Are any of us really 100% complete at any moment? I think she's complete. While we're wrapping that up, my friends, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I love having you guys here. I love doing my lives. I love building the community that we're building. If you wish to participate in that community more, what's the right word? More, more connectedly, more fully, whatever. We have a beautiful group on Insight Timer called the Circle of Love. You can find it on my Insight Timer profile. So you just go to me on Greg Phillips on Insight Timer, and you want to stay on the home tab and just scroll all the way down. And at the bottom is the connection or the link to the Circle of Love group. And I share a lot in there, and a lot of other people do too. And it's really just a really loving, supportive space for us to explore this journey to our hearts, really. Also, if you feel called to support me in any ways, there's a couple beautiful ways to do it. Thank you for following me. That's one way. If you're not following me today or going to follow in the future, thank you for that. Thank you. Also, listening to and reviewing tracks is a great way to support teachers, and I thank you for doing that if you feel so called. And if you feel so called to spread some love financially, I welcome and accept donations. And I thank everybody who has ever donated now or in the future. They mean a lot to me. But what means the most to me is your very presence here and the love that we share in the group. Also, as I was telling Jolene, I do have a link in my About tab, and that goes to all my socials. If you're a socials type person, we can hook up that way. Or if you feel like you want to have me all to yourself for an hour with a private, my calendar's on there as well. What else? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I am not needing. I have these two new ideas about like a new format for my readings lives, which are on Wednesday and Friday. And they're really exciting ideas, but I want to do a little bit of a trial run experiment. So I'm looking for volunteers slash helpers who might want to participate, not want to, but might, but would like to participate, willing to help out during an hour-long Zoom where I can try out these new format ideas. The gist of them is that I've been sort of slowly meditating, percolating on how to do these lives as a general reading for everybody instead of individual. The individuals are really lovely, but I really want to develop a general reading format as well. I'd probably end up doing both during the week. But if you are at all interested, yeah, Sheila, I can add you to the list. It's never too late here with my lives. But yeah, if you're at all interested in being a volunteer and helping, please message me through Insight Timer or through any of the links in my link tree. So that could be email, any of my socials, whatever. I'm planning on doing this maybe in the next, not this week, but maybe next week, like around the same time as my lives, somewhere in the afternoon, East Coast time. Probably like a Thursday or Saturday, I'm thinking. That's my next available times. And I'm thinking either next week or the week after. But it's just something I'm really excited about. So I would just welcome any willing helpers and volunteers to hang out with me on Zoom for an hour. So please reach out to me if you are interested. Sherry, hey, how are you, dear? Good to see you. Yep, adding you to the list too. Oh, Jolene's resonated with you. Oh, that's amazing. Look, Jolene, you're helping Sherry, even just by being vulnerable. You are welcome for all the insight, Jolene. Yeah, very much appreciate you. Cool, Ella. Thanks. Yeah. All right, my friends, I'm going to spin again. We still got time for at least one more. And then I have a client meeting this afternoon, hopefully. Ooh, it's right on the cusp. Saman, are you still here? Saman's the next contestant on ChakraTouch Live. Saman, come on down. Sorry, I keep showing you my head when I lean in and do that. Yes. Very good, Saman. How can I be of assistance to you? What guidance do you seek today? Hmm, very warm. I feel a weird kind of blockage within me. Tell me more about that. Where do you feel it in your body? Close your eyes, my friend, and feel into your body. Listen to your heart space. Like I know I have so much to do and so much on my mind, but I can't seem to figure it out. Okay. Well, you have a veritable circus running around in your mind space. Um, I can't even get an entire clear glimpse on all the different activities that are occurring there. But if you think about a circus, I mean, you've got all the different events and activities. You got the roller coaster, you got the Ferris wheel, you've got the yeah, you've got the strongman show, you've got what's that thing where you have to slam the hammer down and shoot the thing up? You've got the, oh my God, you've got all the concession stands, you have all the music, you have all the noise. You have a veritable circus going on in your mind, my friend. So, hmm, it's pretty funny, but it's really chaotic. And so what I'm gonna, let's see. All right. Meet me at the front gate of this circus there, Simon. Let's just, I don't know what you look like, so you know what I look like. So look for me there at the front gate. Let's just go on a walk. Let's just go for a walk through the circus, okay? And we're just gonna go, we're just gonna breathe normally. And we're just gonna take in the sights and the sounds without any story, without any judgment. We're just gonna let all of it go and let the just sort of we're just going to be the observer and the witness of all of it. We're just going to take it in and we're really just bathing in the fiasco of it all, the grandeur, right? So just take it all in. And we're on a very, very simple mission right now. We're looking for the cotton candy booth, period. All right. But as we're looking, I want you to just really observe every single booth as we go by. So right now we're passing that water balloon booth. I've always felt that one's rigged though. So maybe we have a little bit of suspicion about it, but it's always been fun, right? So you're shooting the guns into the water balloon and the kids are doing it and they're trying to win a stuffed animal. Oh, we've passed that one. All right, what's next? We're at the tiger cages. I don't know why those are next to the kids shooting water balloons, but there they are. We're at the tiger cages. Look how majestic and amazing the tigers are. Look how massive the bars of the cage are, right? And look at this, just the beauty of the colors and the power, the pure, raw, primal power of the tigers, right? And we'll just keep walking. We're coming close to the Ferris wheel right now. And just lean your head back and look all the way up. Oh, just imagine being at the top of the Ferris wheel and how you get to see a whole view of the city. It's so amazing up there. It's a little scary because the little seats kind of, rickety and they rock back and forth. This is a very old circus, by the way. This is not one of those new fancy places like Three Flags or whatever, Six Flags. Ah, there's the cotton candy booth ahead. Okay. Can you see it? I see it. It's not too far off. But as we head towards it, we pass the fortune teller's booth. And she bids us to stop. Now, I'll leave this decision up to you, my friend. Are we stopping to talk to the fortune teller or not? I'm so tickled pink by this journey idea. I don't know where it's coming from, but yes, we're going to stop. All right. Tell me about her. What does she look like? How is she dressed? Is she in the traditional fortune teller garb or is she sort of more new agey? Like just her. Describe her booth. Bohemian? Is that what you mean? Or hobo? Bohemian style? Yeah, I think that's what you mean. Bohemian. Yeah. Bohemian style. Okay, got it. So really eclectic clothes. Describe her clothes? Like, what are we dealing with in terms of colors, fabrics, whatnot? And also just how she feels to you. Does she feel warm and welcoming, kind? Does she look a little, is she older, younger? Like, does she feel approachable? Are you scared of her? Like, just to describe it all, my friend, as best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just throw it out. Black clothes, I think, with lots of silver jewelry. Amazing. She reminds me of a raven. The raven is a powerful, powerful mythological symbol. All right. Does she have some place for us to sit? Are we sitting down and getting a quick fortune? She's very welcoming. Great. All right, let's sit down. Let me see what she has to say. Welcome to Madame Raven's fortune telling. Reach out your hand, my child. So she wants to take your hand. No, she wants your other hand. She's playful. She's definitely got Raven energy. The Raven is the trickster in Indian mythology. So what I'm hearing her say is, you already know. Your burden is great, but you already know. Your burden is great, but you already know. And do not fear the light, even in the darkness. Do not fear the light, even in the darkness. Interesting. Does she have anything else to say to you, Saman? Let us know. She has a message just for you, not through me, just through you. One final message. Well, make sure you do your best to relax and open up to her. Open up. Let go of all your resistance. Let go of all your stories. Let go of all the judgments and all the fears, and allow her to peer deeply into your very being. It is a very loving, very deeply loving beingness in you. Well, she winked at me and said, "Go enjoy your cotton candy." All right, we'll go do that. That booth's not too far. It looks really, really yummy. Have you ever had cotton candy, Saman? It's very sweet and very sticky. Yes, okay, good. So, cool. Wow, it's free today? Amazing. So we each get a cotton candy, and Saman, I just want you to eat it with the utmost mindfulness, and just every single bite intentionally savoring, like really trying to experience the softness, the wispiness, the sweet deliciousness of it with each lick and each bite, and just give yourself over to the enjoyment of this cotton candy, and just let it just get sticky around your mouth, and just really and find every single enjoyable angle. Like, that's what I used to do as a kid. I haven't had it in decades, but I used to find every angle where I wouldn't get too much on my face, you know, and just really appreciate the sweetness of this moment. And notice that the entirety of the rest of the circus has calmed down and pretty much disappeared. It's just you and the cotton candy, and the raven is on your shoulder. My guides are saying you've been forgetting about the moment, my friend. You've been forgetting about the moment. You've been letting the circus take precedence over the moment, the din of the crowd, the distraction of all the different events. I don't know ultimately what this means for you because you haven't talked too much about details, and you can if you want to or not. But yeah, that's really I'd also really encourage you to check out my Heart Teach Your Mind, Teach My Mind track. Really what's going on is you're letting your mind run the show and you're completely losing the moment. And that's fine. Like there's no right or wrong about that. We do that when we let the mind become the master, right? But the mind is a horrible master for our lives and for our days. It's a wonderful tool. It's a great tool. We need it for meditating. We need it for working on projects. We need it for being intentional and mindful about connecting with other people. We need it for learning the insights that help us grow. So the mind is super, super important, but a horrible, horrible master. So yeah, check out my Heart Teach My Mind track. It's basically this idea, and this is great for anybody, even the new and the old hats here. So what you do, it's very, very simple. What are you saying? Okay. Simon says, usually I'm very mindful, but I've been very, very distracted lately, unable to focus and pick on things that are important. Yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds like it's simply just coming back to the moment. I think this game, this tool will help you. So, well, how you do the Heart Teach My Mind, right? You first have to understand you have to first recognize that the mind is running the show, and clearly clearly the mind's been running the show for you in this description that you've offered today, right? So you catch yourself when the mind is running the show, right? And you just stop everything for a moment, or you get somewhere quiet or get somewhere safe. I tell a story on there about how I was confronted by somebody who had hired me. They were right in my face, yelling at me, accusing me of trying to steal their company, which was hilarious. And was so shaken up afterwards that I had to go into this bathroom stall and pretend like I was sitting down to go number two. And I just did this. I closed my eyes, and you just tap your heart, or you can lay your hands right there, right on the heart chakra, and you just keep repeating, heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. And what it does is A, it drops you out of your mind and gets you right into your heart. But B, either the hand placement or the tapping is super, super important because it's also getting you back into your body. So frequently, in my experience, when the mind starts running the show, I am not only disconnected from the divine and my heart, but I'm disconnected from my body. So I'm not even paying attention to I might actually just be hungry, right? But I may not have been listening to that because the mind's been too busy looking for guarantees, assurances, making plans, the whole thing, looking at outcomes instead of being present to the moment, right? So this is just a really quick little tool. Heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. And when we can drop back down into the heart, back into our bodies. Then we have a moment's respite from all the mental jabbering, yammering, right? And then we can begin to think more clearly with our heart and mostly feel more clearly, right? And like I said, sometimes it's just, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm tired. I need a rest. Yeah. So check that out, buddy, my friend. Saman. Such a cool name. How does that feel? You're welcome. Thank you for your vulnerability and your humor. All that vision came from you. That's your energy. I just ran with it. Yeah, and you know what? When the circus comes back, Saman, Have fun. Have fun, you know? Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, have fun, my friend. Have fun with it. It's like think about going to a real circus, right? You can be like, I want to make sure I hit these various rides, right? So you could go through the entire circus like super, super planned out, right? And that's fine. And some people do that, and that's okay. But it also means you're going to not even be paying attention to some of the booths and some of the attractions along the way, right? There might be a hidden gem, or you might have a beautiful, fun experience somewhere, right? So you, I mean, very symbolic of life. You can either live life, you know, from a plan, and that works for some people, not for me, or you can live life from your heart and your soul. So something that I learned about last year was the soul summoned. Like I like to say soul summoned. She called it a summoned life. We were talking about creating the life that we always dreamed of. But I like the soul summoned because it allows a spaciousness for me to listen to my intuition, right? And love summoned, like if I go to the circus and I just participate in the attractions and the events and the booths that I absolutely feel like, oh, that would be so much fun. I would love that, right? I would just purely love that without hesitation. Then I'm opening myself to these new experiences. The circus doesn't need to change for me to enjoy it, right? And that might be just one day's experience. The next day I might come back if it's a multi-day circus and I might be like, today I'm going straight for the Ferris wheel, right? That's what I'm doing. So it's like in the moment, right? Any given way in the moment may be the right approach. Hey Sarah, good to see you, sweetheart. Oh, I think my Siri thought I was talking to her. All right, Saman, you are complete? Good, good, good. Yes, very good. I love that for you. Also, friends, I record all of these and put them up on my YouTube channel. So if you ever want to check out the replay, follow me or subscribe to me on YouTube or just bookmark it if you wish, and they'll be there for you. I think there's only one that I failed to record, but yeah. It's sometimes it's really fun to go back and relook at these. Alrighty, let's see. We're almost at an hour and a half. Yes, yes, yes. You can go. Yeah, you can go on. It's one of my tracks, Saman, right on my profile. So you just go onto my Insight Timer teacher profile, and the track is right there. It's brand new. It just came out earlier this week. Heart Teach My Mind. I think it's Heart Teach My Mind, and then I have a subtitle to it. But yeah, okie dokie. Awesome. Hope you enjoy it. It's something you can do at any time. I think we're gonna get it. Um, more readings. I don't know. Let me check the time. I have a client at 5. I could do one more reading. All right, I'm gonna spin. Hi, Artem. Welcome. Our last reading today is gonna be Gemini Jenny. Are you still here, sweetheart? She's a dear, dear friend. Jenny? Or did Gary come back? I know Jenny's often working during the lives. Jenny, you're here. Okay. What's up, my friend? How can I be of assistance to you today? What guidance do you seek as you prepare for Chris's memorial? Ooh, cannot regulate my body temperature today, my friends. We're having quite the balmy spring day here today. Jenny says feeling today. Lots of feelings. Let's look at heart and root. Well, your heart is, yeah. The immediate image I'm getting, Jenny, is a huge heart, which I know you have. And it is like, how do, how do I describe this? I think this is something I've seen in a Bugs Bunny episode, but so I'm seeing your beautiful, massive heart, and it is just every single beat or pulse of the heartbeat. It's like a section is just sort of like projecting out, kind of like in the comics when the main character falls in love with somebody and their heart jumps out of their chest but is still attached to their chest, right? And like a big heart comes out and then goes back in. That's what I'm seeing from your heart. So it's like a big heart will come out and then it'll beat again and it'll go out in another direction. So all the feelings, all the feels just pulsing and pumping and just trying, not so much trying to jump out of your heart, but really, oh, interesting. Oh, my dear, my dear, my dear. Your heart is trying to expand. Mm. Your heart is calling you to expand, my friend. That's why it's pushing out. It's pushing out because it's testing the limits of how far it can expand, but it's only sort of it's like doing it on one feeling at a time. I'm sad, I'm excited, I'm grateful, I'm scared, I'm worried, I'm anxious. I'm sad, I'm excited, I'm grateful, I'm worried, I'm anxious. And all of it is just sort of like reaching out to sort of touch the outer edges, right? And oh my goodness, yeah. Mm. But the entirety of the heart is what is being called to expand. Hmm. Hmm. Let's do a love bomb. Let's do a love bomb. That's 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 the best thing I can think of to help this heart of yours right now, Jenny, and to get you grounded in that expansion. So before we do the love bomb, what's this? Oh, Jenny, just stay open, my friend. Just stay open through this process as you prepare for the memorial and as you walk through and experience the memorial. Just stay open. There's such a beautiful richness of experience available to you if you don't cordon it off, right? It's really just this call to open your heart and just really mindfully and willingly embrace all those beautiful qualities that I talk about in our hearts, right? That how we hold the tenderness and the strength at the same time, and the openness and the closed, and the empty and the full, and the fragile and the whole, and the just all the different qualities, they all exist in the heart at the same time. And that's another thing, my friends. The mind is really only capable of considering one thing at a time. I know some people are great multitaskers, but the mind, when it's running the show, it really only tends to latch on to like one thing, right? And maybe more than one thing. But where the mind fails in looking at that one thing, it's only looking at it from one perspective. Whereas the heart, it's like the heart could be having a tender moment, but at the same time, the very essence of that tender moment, there's also the heart's strength, because our hearts can't walk through, we can't walk through a tender-hearted moment if our hearts aren't also strong, right? And we don't walk through heartbreak without the heart also being in a healing process, right? So in the heart, this dichotomy of qualities, this opposite ends, this pick a side of a coin sort of thing exists all together in one, because the heart understands this sense of unified, flowing continuum of infinity, right? That is love. That is love. The mind just is like, oh, look at that diamond. It's flawed. There's something wrong with it. It's crooked. It's not the right color. It doesn't have enough facets, right? And it just does that. Yeah. I think that this next few days, my dear, is just a call to be completely present as much as you can and be completely open. And just there's going to be so many sweet, I mean, I know I'm not predictive, but I know you. We know each other. I just feel like there's just going to be so much sweetness available to you if you don't cordon it off. Hi, Hetty. Oh, tough day. Sorry to hear that, sweetheart. We're about to do a love bomb, so you're perfect timing, my friend. All right, my friends, this is for everybody. So the love bomb is this beautiful, beautiful exercise that we do here in my lives. I've also got it as a track recorded and available to you right on my profile. So it's very, very simple and very straightforward. So we'll start by placing our left hands on our hearts and our right hand over it. And just close your eyes and find a comfortable, easy rhythm of breathing. Just let your whole day slide off your back, leave it on the ground behind you. And turn your mind's eye towards your heart space. And take a deep, long look inside your heart. Your heart is there holding all these qualities that I just mentioned: the tenderness, the firmness, the brokenness, the strength, closedness and openness, the fullness and emptiness. They are all existing in one time, in one space, all in your heart. And picture your hands reaching deep into your heart space, reaching for that beautiful, precious heart of yours. And as they get closer, they very lovingly and very tenderly scoop up your heart. Hold your heart there in your hands and peer down at it with your mind's eye with such love and such appreciation. Here is my heart, my beautiful, amazing heart. And as you gaze upon your heart with tenderness and love, allow to come to mind a person, place, or thing that you just absolutely adore and love. There's no stories, there's no judgments, there's no analysis, there's no expectations and no resistance. You just absolutely and purely love and adore this person, place, or thing with all your heart. And allow that to stay in your heart and to create a beautiful, warm glow of love energy right in your heart space as you hold it gently and tenderly. And the more you think of this person, place, or thing, the more that glow shines. It's shining forth through your very heart. It's gently filling your heart space. And as it does so, allow to come to mind another person, place, or thing that you deeply and absolutely purely love. And say it out loud. You can type it in chat if you want. And just very gently allow different people, places, and things to come to mind that you deeply love. They can be as simple as a certain dessert or the quality of your bed sheets. And just begin to bombard and barrage your heart with all the different people, places, and things that you deeply, purely, and absolutely love. And I encourage you to say them out loud. Say them out loud right where you are. I love my breakfast meals. I love spending time with spiritual friends, sharing our hearts and sharing our thoughts. I love my brother and sister, supporting them and being present for them. I love the courage of people on Insight Timer, their willingness and vulnerability to really dive deep and explore who they really are. I love soft rains and beautiful sunsets and the warmth of the sun on my skin and a warm wind blowing past my face. I love islands and I love hearing birds song in spring. I love finding a really good deal on a yummy meal. I like getting a good night's rest and that beautiful, delicious feeling of waking up fully rested. I love good stories. I love all my friends who have stuck by me through thick and thin. And I even love the people who pass through my life just for a moment and allow those thoughts of the people, places, and things that you love to continue to build and grow that beautiful, glowing, warm energy in your heart. And watch as it shines and expands to the fullness of your whole heart space, practically bursting out of your chest. This is very much the feeling of what we were talking about earlier when I forgot whose heart it was, but it was saying, I want to shine, I want to shine, I want to shine. My friends, this is who we really are. You are love. I am love, and we are all love. And the only thing that truly matters on our journey is the path to our own heart, the path of living from love, learning how to do that on a daily basis, together with ourselves, our divinity, and our community. And when you feel your heart filled to the max, keep your left hand on your heart space, on your heart chakra, and reach your right hand out, palm facing forward, and gently and lovingly place it on the back of someone's heart who's here in our group today. And if you want, you can send them love, but you don't need to, because as long as you're vibrating and feeling love, they will feel it. It will automatically mingle with them. And in your mind's eye, watch as this beautiful energetic circle of love of all of us placing our hands on another forms in front of us, this beautiful, big, energetic circle of love. Mhm. Gently and gradually become aware of your physical body again as you drop back into the moment, into the now. And when you're ready, Slowly open your eyes and bow to each other and to the love in our space here today. Thank you so much for being here with me and with all of you. Thank you for your role in creating this space. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for just being you, being the beautiful, amazing souls that you are. And as an additional reminder, I am looking for helpers/volunteers who wish to help me experiment and test a new format for doing general readings, like a group reading in my lives. I've got 2 ideas that I want to try out. If you wish to help and support in that way, please reach out through Insight Timer. You can send me a direct message. When you do that, please share your email with me. Or you can reach out to me through my email from my link on the About section of my profile. You have to kind of go to the right-hand tab. It says About, and then scroll all the way down. That will be the link to my link tree. You can also just go to yaygreg.com, which is my site that goes to my link tree. I've got lots of different ways you can contact me through those links, including my email at the very bottom. So yeah, I'm looking for, as many people as I can get to help test out. It would be about an hour-long Zoom sometime probably next week in an East Coast afternoon, like Thursday or Saturday next week. And it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to experiment and see how this goes. It'll also be great practice for anyone who's trying to fine-tune their intuition. That'll be loads of fun. So let me know if you're interested in that. I've got other things coming down the pike, but we've had enough time today and I need a break before my client at 5 o'clock. Jenny, how are you? How was the love bomb for you? Anybody, really? How was the love bomb for you? Please do share before I go. You're welcome, Kelsey. Good to see you. Wonderful, Jenny. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, if anyone wants to join our community on Insight Timer, check out the bottom of my profile where it's the circle of love. That's our beautiful, loving group there, where we share our hearts and minds in a loving way. Oh, I'm glad, Kelsey. So glad. Hetty, I hope you feel better after the love bomb. If not, we can talk. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. I love seeing those float up. Ella says, thank you, Greg. The love bomb felt very intense tonight. Intense how, Ella? Yeah, if anyone wants to do love bombs at any time during the day, I have a beautiful short track on my profile called Love Bomb. It's a heart chakra meditation. Hey, Elena, you're welcome, dear. Always good to see you. All right. Well, I guess we'll leave it at that, my dear, dear friends. Do take care. Yes, thank you. I'm not sure. Is Laura here? I don't know. Yes, hopefully I will get to meet with her. We didn't get to meet on Saturday for some reason, and I don't know why. All right, my dears. Do take care of yourselves. Have a beautiful evening, rest of your evening, unless you're in the future. Down under. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all again soon, either at one of my lives. Follow to find out more. I'm on Fridays, Wednesdays, and Sundays in the afternoons. Yeah, or I'll see you guys at another somebody else's live. All right. So do take care. Thank you so much again for being here. Blessings and love to all of you. Have a great night.